Dear students, welcome to online class. Today we are going to discuss my course book Standard 10 Unit 1.4. Dear students, on page number 21 we have chit chat activity. In that chit chat activity there is a diagram that shows important factors to be considered while choosing a career. So, dear students, choosing a career is not an easy task. If you love to do anything, you do it with passion, and in the same way, career factors relate to this. So here we will discuss about career factors. So the first one, skills, means मराठीमध्ये आपण म्हणणार की कौशल्य असायला हवं आहे. आफ्टर स्किल इट फॉलोज इंटरेस्ट. इफ यू हॅव इंटरेस्ट देन you should also have abilities to choose your career. कार्यक्षमता पाहिजे तुमच्याकडे. आफ्टर दॅट यू विल हॅव पर्सनॅलिटी ट्रेट्स. सो युअर पर्सनॅलिटी शुड बी suitable for that career. Then we come to demand. So the important factor while choosing career is demand. Demand म्हणजे मागणी. जे करियर तुम्ही चूज करत आहात त्या करियरला मार्केटमध्ये किती डिमांड आहे. द डिमांड, द व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॅक्टर ऑफ करियर. Then we go to financial gains. So while choosing a career you will have to see the economical base, the gains, financial gains, आर्थिक लाभ सुद्धा आपल्याला इथे बघायचा आहे. After that the another important factor is family profession. Again here this is important factor about family profession. And then future prospects, means you will have to see the career which you are going to choose, how future will affect it, what will be the future possibilities about this career. So these career factors are very important while choosing your career. So the above diagram shows important factors to be considered while choosing a career. So I have said that choosing a career is not an easy task. So you will have to choose your career according to the factors which we have discussed earlier. So choosing a career again is not an easy task. So all the factors you will have to take in consideration, and accordingly you will have to choose your careers. Now dear students, we will go to the next chit chat activity. So time for the second activity. Here you can see that there are three words: friend, mother and smart. Now see here, friend word is written FRIEND, means one letter follows the other. Now see, the first letter of word friend is F. From word friend we have taken the letter F, and F, starting from F we got the adjective faithful. Then R we can take respectable, I inspiring, E encouraging, N noble, D dependable. So dear students, friend these are all the qualities which you can see in your friend. So each and every letter of the word friend gives the quality of that word friend. Now come to your family member, one of the family member. So M-O-T-H-E-R, mother. So if we take mother, M stands for motivating. You can see my mother is motivating. Open-hearted, my mother is open-hearted. T for tender, my mother is very tender. H stands for honest, my mother is honest. E, with E you can form an adjective, efficient, my mother is very efficient. R, respectable, my mother is respectable too. So these are the qualities of your mother. So friend and mother, these are two personalities. Now we can come to the quality. Now we have taken a quality smart. Now smart has again 5 letters, S, M, A, R, T. So dear students, if we think, choose the adjectives starting from the letters. So for smart, S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A, achievable, or you can take it as attainable also. R stands for realistic, T stands for time bound. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound. So dear student, these words we have formed the qualities, the adjectives about these words. So writing, you see, this is a form of a writing where the first letters in each of the lines forms another word. So these words or this activity is called an acrostic. So dear students, we have seen the activity an acrostic. So let's define what is an acrostic. An acrostic is a form of writing where the first letters in each of the lines forms another word. So you can make acrostic of your best friend also. For example, if you have taken your best friend's name, example, if you have taken Hema, if your best friend is Hema, then H you can take honest, E efficient, M marvelous, A attractive. So dear students, you can use adjectives to form acrostic. So an acrostic is a form of writing where the first letters in each of the lines forms another word. So प्रिय विद्यार्थ्यांनो, आपण मराठीत असं म्हणू शकतो की ज्या लिखाणाच्या प्रकारातून प्रत्येक ओळीच्या पहिल्या अक्षराच्या जुळणीतून एक नवीन अर्थपूर्ण शब्द तयार होतो त्याला आपण ॲक्रॉस्टिक असे म्हणतो. तर पेज नंबर 21 देर इज an activity of acrostic. So you can write an acrostic of your best friend, best family member and any quality. So this is for your homework activity. Now let's go to the next activity on page number 21. Say whether the underlined words in the following sentences are used as a noun or verb or adjective. Dear students, you have learned about the parts of speech earlier. Today we are going to see 3 of them: noun, verb, adjective. So you must be knowing that a word, a same word is used as noun. It can be used as verb also. So let's see how they are used. But before we start, you must know what is noun. So noun म्हणजे मराठीत आपण त्यांना नाम म्हणतो. Noun means a name given to any person, place or thing. Then we come to verb. Verb means an action word. क्रियापद ज्याला आपण म्हणतो. Then adjective. Adjective means the word which defines the noun is called an adjective, विशेषण. So let us see how some words are used as nouns as well as verb. Let us see the first sentence. I walk to school every day. So dear students, if you are confused with the concept, then try to find out the meaning in Marathi. You try to find out Marathi meaning and then think over it that whether it is used as noun or verb. Okay? So let's see. I walk to school every day. The first sentence. मी शाळेत चालत जातो. चालण्याची क्रिया झालेली आहे. सो हियर टू वॉक इज यूज्ड ॲज वर्ब. मग पहिल्या वाक्यामध्ये वॉक हे वर्ब या अर्थाने वापरलेलं आहे. सो ऑन पेज नंबर 21 देर इज अ ब्रॅकेट. यू कॅन राईट वर्ब in that bracket. Answer you have to write in the bracket. Second sentence is I go for a walk every day. Now dear students, you translate it into Marathi. मी रोज चालायला जातो. I go for a walk every day. A walk. बघा, शक्यतो या नाउनच्या आधी अ वापरलेला आहे. So here walk works as a noun. In the first sentence it is used as a verb. चालण्याची क्रिया झालेली आहे. सेकंड वाक्यामध्ये I go for a walk every day. Walk. So here it is used as a noun. Third sentence, they gave me a gift every day. They gave me a gift every day. So here how it is used as, can you say? Gift is used as what? It is used as a noun. They gave me a gift every day. It is noun here. Now in you can gift her a story book. तू तिला स्टोरी बुक भेट देऊ शकतो. भेट देणं, देण्याची क्रिया. गिफ्ट भेटवस्तू देण्याची क्रिया झालेली आहे. सो हियर यू कॅन गिफ्ट हर अ स्टोरी बुक. गिफ्ट इज अ वर्ब हियर. नाउ इट वॉज सोल्ड ॲज अ गिफ्ट पॅक. हियर अगेन गिफ्ट इज यूज्ड इन द सेंटेन्स. It was sold as a gift pack. As a gift pack, here it is used as an adjective. Gift pack. So it is used an adjective. The next sentence. They bought a new house on the 10th street. They bought a new house on 10th street. Again, house is used as noun in the sentence. The next sentence. The water tanks leak a lot. Here water tanks leak. To leak. To leak म्हणजे इथे गळण्याची क्रिया आहे. ही ॲक्शन वर्ड आहे. सो इट इज यूज्ड ॲज अ वर्ब. द लास्ट सेंटेन्स. द ओल्ड एज होम हाऊसेस 100 एजिंग अँड होमलेस पीपल. सी द ओल्ड एज होम हाऊसेस. टू हाऊस मीन्स आश्रय देणे, घर देणे. इथे क्रिया घडलेली आहे. ॲक्शन वर्ड. हाऊसेस म्हणजे टू हाऊस हे आहे वर्ब. सो डिअर स्टुडंट्स, दीज आर द sentences given on page number 21. So you will have to write it as noun, verb or adjective. So you can see that in the first sentence walk is used as verb. In the second sentence it is used as a noun. In the third sentence gift is used as noun. In D, fourth sentence, you can see that it is you can gift, so it is used as verb. In the next sentence it was sold as a gift pack, so again gift is used as an adjective. It is sold. How it is sold? As a gift pack. So it is an adjective. So see, gift word is used differently as noun, as verb, and an adjective as well. They bought a new house. House is used as noun here, and here leaking, it is an action word, so it is verb. The water tanks leak a lot, it is an action word, so it is verb. The old age home houses, to house, again it is used as verb. So dear students, these are the activity on page number 21. So dear students, we'll come back to our acrostic activity again. Now see, here one word I have written, smart, and if I say form an acrostic of word smart, so you will write the word, then you will take letter S, you will find an adjective, so we'll take specific, then M, it is measurable, A, achievable, R, realistic, T, time bound. So this smart quality we are going to see in unit 1.4. The name of the lesson is Be Smart. Everyone should be smart. Be smart, unit 1.4. Be smart. So in this lesson, the narrator says that champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them. A desire, a dream, a vision. चॅम्पियन्स जे असतात, चॅम्पियन्स म्हणजे क्रीडापटू किंवा क्रीडा क्षेत्रातले हिरो आपण म्हणू, ते काही सगळेच व्यायामशाळेत किंवा जिममध्ये जाऊन बनतात का? अजिबात नाही. तर त्याच्यासाठी त्यांच्याकडे काय काय असावं लागतं? तर त्यांच्याकडे बघा, अ डिझायर, अ ड्रीम, अ विजन. डिझायर म्हणजे इच्छा असावी लागते, स्वप्न असावं लागतं आणि दूरदृष्टी असावी लागते, तरच तुम्ही एखाद्या क्षेत्रातील चॅम्पियन बनू शकता. They have to have the skill and the will. Here the narrator says that you will have skill as well as will. कौशल्यसुद्धा असलं पाहिजे आणि तुमच्याकडे इच्छाशक्तीसुद्धा असली पाहिजे. विल पॉवर, the most important factor in your personality. Successful professional thrive in the same manner. See, in your textbook page number 22, the first passage says that सक्सेसफुल प्रोफेशनल थ्राईव्ह इन द सेम मॅनर. ज्या यशस्वी व्यक्ती आहेत त्यांचा उत्कर्ष अशाच प्रकारे होतो. वी ऑल हॅव नॅचरल टॅलेंट्स. सगळ्यांना निसर्गदत्त देणग्या असतात, गॉड गिफ्टेड टॅलेंट्स. इफ वी यूज दॅट टॅलेंट टू सेट अवर गोल इन लाईफ, वी कॅन इझिली गेट सक्सेस इन लाईफ. सो डिअर स्टुडंट्स, इफ वी यूज द टॅलेंट टू सेट अवर गोल्स इन लाईफ, then easily you will be successful in your life. We shall not achieve our goals if you do not take action to achieve them. If you have set a goal and you are sitting idle, you are doing nothing, you are not studying, if you are not working, and if you are not taking any action, you have set, for example, you are a student and now you have set a goal to pass your exam with flying colors, 98%, above 90%. And your target is set, your goal is set, but if you did not study, if you did not work hard, then how will you attain your goal? So if you have set a goal, you will have to act it, you will have to implement it. So we shall not achieve our goals if we do not take action to achieve them. So here the narrator wants to tell you that you should take action to succeed in your life. Setting goal has two important valuable assets. दोन महत्त्वाच्या बाजू आहेत. A sense of originality and stepping stone to illuminate the path. Sense of originality. See, dear students, you have the words given in margin left side of your passage. Here the word illuminate, प्रकाशित, enlighten, that means प्रकाशित करणे. तर सेटिंग गोल्समध्ये तुम्हाला 2 महत्त्वाच्या बाजू आहेत, म्हणजे कल्पकतेची समज असली पाहिजे आणि जे तुमचं ध्येय आहे त्याच्यावर प्रकाश, त्या मार्गावरती प्रकाश उजळणारे मैलाचे दगड किंवा स्टेपिंग स्टोन तुम्ही पार करण्यासाठी तिकडे तुम्हाला, म्हणजे तुम्हाला स्पष्ट दिसली पाहिजे ती पाथ किंवा तो मार्ग. गोल्स पुट वन ॲट द हेम ऑफ लाईफ, ॲट द हेम ऑफ मीन्स इन चार्ज ऑफ. Pursuing them acknowledges a better future situation. They help to steer a course of life rather than simply drifting along and letting things happen. So if you have set goal and if you are doing action, then it will help to steer a course of life. To steer, you can see the word meaning of steer is channelize. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही योग्य मार्गदर्शन, जर तुम्ही ध्येय ठरवलेलं आहे आणि तुमची कृती त्याच्यासाठी सुरू असेल तर, आणि तुम्ही गोल्स तुमच्या कॅपॅसिटीमध्ये ध्येय साध्य करण्यासाठी तुम्ही जर अथक परिश्रम करत असाल तर त्याला बरोबर मार्गदर्शन मिळतं. सेटिंग गोल्स मे अपियर इझी बट फॉर सम इट इज क्वाईट चॅलेंजिंग. सो डिअर स्टुडंट, सेटिंग गोल्स मे अपियर इझी बट समटाईम्स इट इज क्वाईट चॅलेंजिंग. हे बरंचसं आव्हानात्मक असतं. बिकॉज देर इज अ फिअर ऑफ फेलियर. सो फिअर ऑफ फेलियर मे बी अवॉइडेड इन द ॲब्सेन्स ऑफ एनी गोल्स. सो डिअर स्टुडंट्स, goals can be achieved, but fear of failure can become obstacle. Sometimes you get fear in your mind. After all, one has to decide what one wants to achieve in the end. So you have to decide what you want to achieve in the end. To accomplish goals, experts recommend a 5-step approach. So dear students, in your textbook there is definition of SMART. See what it says. SMART goals are a methodology of thinking that helps people reach success. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound. Let's see each point. The first one is specific. So SMART goals have a specific rubric. आता rubric इथे याचा अर्थ होतो मार्गदर्शक सूची. So here we can say that specific involves identifying a specific area for improvement. For example, if it is building a house, what exactly is the capacity required and how long can it stretch. म्हणजे जर आपण घर बांधत असाल तर त्याची क्षमता किती आहे आणि हाऊ लाँग म्हणजे किती काळ ते बांधण्याची क्रिया चालेल. तर अशा प्रकारे ज्या वेळेला स्पेसिफिक म्हणजे निश्चित तपशील तुमच्या मनामध्ये असला पाहिजे तुमच्या ध्येयाबाबतचा. देन वी विल कम टू द नेक्स्ट पॉईंट, मेजरेबल. मेजरेबल मीन्स क्वांटिफाईंग गोल्स प्रोवाइड स्पेसिफिक वेज to track progress against goals. This makes it easy to benchmark performance throughout the goal period, including areas to improve. Here, the writer gives you an example of a football player. That is, example, while playing football, one's exact role and position has to be clearly defined. Means here the writer wants to tell you that if you are playing football, then you will have to define your exact role and position. You know, फुटबॉल खेळताना तुमची पोझिशन काय आहे, तुमचा रोल काय आहे हे तुम्हाला स्पष्टपणे ठरवावं लागतं. सो इट इज मेजरेबल. ओके, सो मेजरेबल म्हणजे मोजता येण्याजोगा. म्हणजे तुम्हाला तुमचं जे ध्येय आहे त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला फुटबॉल प्लेअरचं उदाहरण इथे आपल्याला लेखक देतोय, ते तुम्ही लक्षात घ्या. देन वी विल गो टू द नेक्स्ट पॉईंट, अचिवेबल. अचिवेबल मीन्स साध्य करण्यायोग्य. जे तुम्ही ध्येय ठरवून ठेवलं आहे ते तुम्हाला अचीव करता आलं पाहिजे. द गोल विच यू हॅव सेट शुड बी अचिवेबल. ते तुम्हाला साध्य करता आले पाहिजे. हियर द रायटर गिव्स यू an example of a student. For example, as students we cannot become a president or a prime minister, but can hope to reach those heights in future. Dear students, if you are a student now, currently you cannot become a president or a prime minister in a short time period, but you can hope to reach those heights in future. म्हणजे तुम्ही विद्यार्थी दशेत असताना तुम्ही लगेच राष्ट्राचे राष्ट्रपती किंवा पंतप्रधान बनू शकत नाही, पण त्या म्हणजे तशी तुम्ही अपेक्षा बाळगू शकता, तसे तुम्ही स्वप्न बघू शकता आणि जीवनामध्ये चांगलं करण्याचा प्रयत्न करू शकता. सो ॲज अ स्टुडंट यू कॅन अचीव युअर गोल ऑफ कमिंग इन मेरिट लिस्ट, passing your SSC exam with very good marks. So that should be your goal. Okay. So in achievable means साध्य करण्यायोग्य, म्हणजे तुमचं ध्येय जे आहे ते तुम्हाला साध्य करता आलं पाहिजे. Then realistic, expecting to become an expert in a short amount of time is unrealistic. बघा इथे रिअलिस्टिकचा अर्थ होतो वास्तववादी. म्हणजे तुमचं जे ध्येय आहे ते वास्तववादी असलं पाहिजे. आता इथे आपण बघूया रिअलिस्टिकमध्ये पेज नंबर 23वरती व्हॉट डज द रायटर से. इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट टू क्रिएट गोल्स दॅट आर विदिन वन्स करंट स्किल सेट ऑर एरिया ऑफ एक्सपर्टाइज. बिल्डिंग एक्सपर्टाइज टेक्स टाइम. सो एक्सपेक्टिंग टू बिकम an expert in a short amount of time is unrealistic. Expecting to become an expert म्हणजे एक्सपर्ट बनण्यासाठी जर तुम्ही अपेक्षा केली अतिशय थोड्या कालावधीमध्ये तर ते कसं आहे, वास्तववादी नाही. इट इज अनरिअलिस्टिक, अवास्तववादी आहे ते. सो हियर द रायटर tries to tell you that your goal should be realistic. A very good example is given here. If defensive and not aggressive, the goal perhaps lacks realism. We must have the clear picture in mind and must have the ability to adhere to that picture. Dear students, here the writer wants to tell you that you should have a clear picture of your goal set in your mind. म्हणजे तुमच्या ध्येयाचं चित्र तुमच्या मनामध्ये स्पष्ट असू द्या की ते तुमच्या कार्यक्षमतेला चिकटून राहील. मीन्स द ॲक्शन विच यू आर गोइंग टू टेक, द ॲबिलिटी वॉट यू हॅव विल अडियर म्हणजे बाइंड, त्याला चिकटून असणे. आणि डिफेन्सिव्ह म्हणजे बचावात्मक. सी ऑन पेज नंबर 23 राईट साईड ऑफ द मार्जिन there is a question, what factor is unreal while setting goals? So the answer you can find out that expecting to become an expert in a short amount of time is unrealistic. So that will be your answer. Then the last point of SMART is time bound. So here we will see what the writer wants to say about time bound. See the second last passage. Establish time parameters around each goal as it will help increase focus and accountability. Parameters, so you will have to decide parameters around each goal. म्हणजे तुमच्या ध्येयाच्या प्रत्येक ध्येयाच्या भोवती तुम्हाला काही मापदंड ठरवावे लागतील. आता टाईम बाउंडचा इथे अर्थ होतो की कालमर्यादा असली पाहिजे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, समजा त्यांनी एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे, टू रिड्यूस वेट वी नो हाऊ टू गो अबाउट इट. जर तुम्हाला वजन कमी करायचं आहे तर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे तुम्हाला काय काय करावं लागणार आहे. बट विदाउट कन्सिस्टंट टाईम बाउंड ॲक्शन इट नेवर बिकम्स अ रिॲलिटी. जर वजन कमी करण्याचा प्लान तुम्ही घेतलेला आहे पण त्याच्यात जर सातत्य नसेल तर ते तुम्ही पूर्ण करू शकत नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, वजन कमी करण्यासाठी समजा तुम्ही रोज एक्सरसाइज करण्याचं ठरवलं. इफ यू स्टार्टेड डुईंग योगा एक्सरसाइज, you for example you did it for 3 days, 2 days, and then you stop, then it won't help. So it should be consistency should be there, it should be consistent. Okay, so it should be steady. त्याचा अर्थ होतो ते स्थिर, जे तुम्ही काय करताय त्याच्यात सातत्य असलं पाहिजे, ते स्थिर असलं पाहिजे. सो इट मे बी एक्सरसाइज, ते एक्सरसाइज असू दे, इट मे बी डाएट and stress free thoughts, whatever it may be, but it should be consistent. It may be exercise, diet and stress free thoughts. All these have to be practiced and implemented without hesitation, doubt or indifference, but within a deadline. Again, the word deadline is very important because it shows time bound. Whatever goal you have set, it should be within time. Here again the writer gives you example that success is a walk in the dark. What is success? Success is a walk in the dark, finding the right footing, precisely mastering the skills and getting to the next place. All depends on how we approach and tackle the problem. So the last passage of the lesson is that the writer wants to tell you that success is a walk in the dark. यश काय आहे तर अंधारात चालणं म्हणजे यश. फाइंडिंग द राईट फुटिंग, प्रिसाइसली योग्य रस्ता, योग्य मार्ग, अँड प्रिसाइसली मास्टरिंग द स्किल्स, आणि आपल्या कौशल्यावरती आपण म्हणजे कौशल्यावरती मास्टर करणं, कौशल्य आत्मसात करणं, अँड गेटिंग टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेस, आणि पुढे जाणं. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन हाऊ वी अप्रोच, आपण कसे पुढे जातो हे त्याच्यावर डिपेंड आहे. अँड टॅकल द प्रॉब्लेम, आणि आपण जीवनातले आपल्या अडचणी कशा सोडवतो. सो हिअर आर 5 इम्पॉर्टंट पॉईंट्स गिवन in the textbook: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound. So dear students, here this is your lesson. Be smart. There are questions in your margin, so we can come to page number 22 and 23. On page number 22 there is one question: why do some people find setting goals a challenge? So if you have understood the lesson, you can write the answers to this question. So here you can find the answer beside your question, that is in passage 3. Setting goals may appear easy, but for some it is quite challenging because fear of failure may be fear of failure. Because of fear of failure, it can be a challenging. Okay, then the second question here on your left side of margin is: how does quantifying goals help us? So quantifying goals provide specific ways to track progress against goals. Now students, on page number 23 there is again third question. We have seen it earlier. What factor is unreal while setting goals? So expecting to become an expert in a very short amount of time is unrealistic. So this is the answer. And here are some words. You can write those meanings in your notebook. For example, defensive, that is justificative. Adhere means to bind. Consistent म्हणजे steady, स्थिर. डाऊन टू अर्थ मीन्स रिअल, प्रॅक्टिकल, व्यावहारिक आपण म्हणू शकतो. टू एक्झिक्यूट म्हणजे टू कॅरी आऊट, अंमलात आणणे. स्ट्रॅटेजी, पॉलिसी म्हणू शकतो आपण त्याला, प्लान, योजना. आणि इथे एक प्रश्न आहे बघा. देर इज क्वेश्चन ऑन युअर राईट साईड ऑफ द मार्जिन: टू व्हॉट आर एफर्ट्स टुवर्ड सक्सेस कम्पेअर्ड अँड वाय? सो सक्सेस इज लाईक वॉकिंग इन द डार्क. सो now here the lesson we have discussed. Now here on page number 24 and 25, you have an English workshop. In the first question, there is web diagram, components of success. You will have to fill up. For example, components of success म्हणजे यशाचे घटक. इथे तुम्हाला components of सक्सेसमध्ये फॉर एक्झाम्पल जसं तुम्ही स्मार्टमध्ये बघितलं, स्पेसिफिक असलं पाहिजे, मेजरेबल असलं पाहिजे. सक्सेस ऑल्सो शुड बी मेजरेबल, स्पेसिफिक, स्ट्रॅटेजिक, फोकस्ड, प्रॅक्टिकल, टाइम बाउंड, रिअलिस्टिक, अचिवेबल, etc. etc. So you can fill up that web diagram. Then the second question, pick out examples from the text that support each of the following facts. For example, goal should be achievable. So you will have to find the examples given in the text. For example, for this we can give the example of president and prime minister. Means we can't become a president or prime minister, okay, as a student. That is page number 23. As students we can't become a president, a prime minister, but can hope to reach those heights in future. Again, the second, a time limit should be set to achieve goals. Here we will have to give an example of weight. Means we can say that to reduce weight we know how to go about it. Means but without consistent time bound action it never becomes a reality. It may be exercise, diet and stress free thoughts. Okay, then a specific field area has to be fixed to achieve goals. Now here which example you will give? So here you will give an example of building a house. That means if it is building a house, what exactly is the capacity required and how long can it be stretched? So this example you can give here. Then good results depend upon the quality and quantity of work put in. Here you will have to give the example of life is like a trumpet. If we don't put anything in, we can't get anything out. म्हणजे लाईफ, तुमचं जीवन हे एका तुतारीसारखं आहे. जर तुम्ही त्यात काही घातलं नाही तर तुम्हाला बाहेर काही मिळणार नाही. सो दिस एक्झाम्पल यू कॅन गिव हियर. द लास्ट वन, अ बेंचमार्क इज नीडेड टू ट्रॅक प्रोग्रेस. सो हियर यू विल हॅव टू गिव एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ अ फुटबॉल प्लेयर. मीन्स while playing football, one's exact role and position has to be clearly defined. So this example you will give here. Okay, so dear students, these are the examples we have given from the text. Now the third question is complete the following sentences. So now again this is very easy. You will have to complete the sentences from the text. That is, smart goals are. Smart goals are what? Smart goals are a methodology of thinking that helps people reach success. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound. So this is complete the sentence. Second, the B is two valuable assets of setting goals are. So again the answer is on page number 22. Setting goals has two valuable assets, a sense of originality and a stepping stone, the illuminate the path. The fourth question here is read this quote. Now see, here the text sentence is, if we don't put anything in, we can't get anything out. म्हणजे आपण असं म्हणतो ना, पेराल तसं उगवेल. Guess the meaning of this and discuss in pairs and find similar quotes that bring in the same meaning. For example, as you sow, so shall you reap. तेच दिलेलं आहे. It is given in A. You reap as you sow. पेराल तसे उगवेल. Input is equal to output. Input is equal to output. जसं तुम्ही जेवढं द्याल त्याच मापाने तुम्हाला मिळेल. Stitch in time saves 9. You can write the same quotes. You can find out more quotes also. So students, English workshop, it is given on page number 24 and 25. 5. Here on page number 26, there is an activity of do's and don'ts. You will have to complete it. Do's म्हणजे ज्या गोष्टी तुम्ही करण्यास योग्य आहेत त्या, आणि डोंटमध्ये ज्या तुम्ही करू शकत नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथे त्यांनी म्हटलेलं आहे डोजमध्ये डू म्हणजे करण्यास योग्य अशा गोष्टी. टॉक स्लोली, डिलिव्हरिंग अ स्पीच. व्हाईल डिलिव्हरिंग अ स्पीच, विच थिंग्स यू कॅन डू अँड विच थिंग्स यू कान डू. मीन्स डूज अँड डोंट्स. डिलिव्हरिंग अ स्पीच म्हणजे तुम्ही जेव्हा स्पीच देत आहेत, भाषण देत आहेत, तेव्हा तुम्हाला काय केलं पाहिजे आणि काय अवॉइड केलं पाहिजे. डूज अँड डोंट्स. फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही टॉक स्लोली, हळू बोलला पाहिजे. डोंट बंबल, असं पुटपुटताना अडखळताना बोलायला नको. एम्पसाइज कीवर्ड्स, जे मुख्य शब्द आहेत त्याच्यावर स्ट्रेस दिलं पाहिजे. डोंट लुक अप डाऊन, इथे तिथे बघता म्हणजे इथे तिथे बघण्यापेक्षा समोर तुम्ही पाहिलं पाहिजे. सो दिस डायग्राम यू विल हॅव टू कम्प्लीट. काही एक्झाम्पल्स मी तुम्हाला देते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल डूमध्ये तुम्ही म्हणू शकता की टॉक लाऊडली, टॉक क्लिअरली. ओके. देन यू विल हॅव टू गिव सुटेबल जेस्चर्स. त्यानंतर चेंज युअर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन्स. अँड डोंटमध्ये तुम्ही म्हणू शकता डोंट लुक इन द सेम डिरेक्शन, डोंट बी सो शाय. त्यानंतर डोंट टॉक व्हेरी फास्ट अँड डोंट लुक डाऊन. आलं लक्षात. अँड अशा प्रकारे डूज आणि डोंट हा चार्ट तुम्ही पूर्ण करायचा आहे. सो हिअर इज युअर लेसन 1.4. बी स्मार्ट. आय होप you must have understood the lesson. So try to write an English workshop and you will definitely write acrostics. And the activity on page number 21, activity of acrostic means prepare on your own such acrostic for your dearest family member. We have taken acrostic of mother, then you can take it as your best friend. We have also taken one friend acrostic, Hema we have taken. Then quality we have taken smart, or you can take any profession. For example, teacher. So T stands for talented, E stands for efficient, A stands for adorable, TEAC. C stands for clever, H stands for hardworking, and R stands for respectable. So like this you can make an acrostic. And the next activity is about verb, noun and adjective. So you solve those activities in your book and try to solve an English workshop. So thank you very much and all the best for your exam.